On this Saturday evening, December the 2nd, 2023. I pray that you're well today. And today I'm going to talk to you about some of the myths around grievers. And I am from the Fairborn, Ohio area. If you ever want to talk about grief, grief is over 40 different types of grief that are out there, and I can be reached at 937-265-0651. And the first thing I want to talk to you about, since it's almost the holidays, and ask you, are the holidays difficult for you? You may have had a loss this year, maybe of a spouse, a parent, a child. Also, there's other types of loss, like loss of health, retirement, money, uh, relationships, so many different types of grief. And we're going to be talking about the myths around grief that people actually tell us. But this first one here, I'm going to give a list here of the six. And some of the myths around grief is: don't feel bad, replace the loss, grieve alone, grief just takes time, be strong and be strong for others, and keep busy. How many of us have lost something in our life, something so significant? And these are some of the things that we've been told, and also, honestly, some of the things that we have told other people. But as we learn through this grief recovery method, we're going to learn some new things on what to tell people. And sometimes it's baffling to be told not to feel bad as you try to make sense of the normal and natural emotions you experience. For example, again, when someone meaningful in your life dies. And I'm going to read something out of the Grief Recovery Handbook on page 77, and just talking about as a child is told not to be in touch with her feelings. So let's take a look at this. So a little girl comes home from preschool with her feelings hurt by the events of the other children on the playground. Mom and dad, grandma, any other caretaker would say, "What happened?" The child tearfully responds that one of the kids was mean to her. The caretaker says, "Don't cry. Here, have a cookie. You will feel better," thus setting the child up for a lifetime belief from an important authority that feelings can be fixed with food. And remember, upon eating the cookie, the child feels different, not better, and for the moment is distracted and forgets about the incident on the playground. However, there's been no completion of the emotional pain caused by the event. The event and the feelings attached to it are not now buried underneath the cookie, the sugar, and the distraction. If the child were to bring it up sometime later, the child would be told, "We don't cry over spilled milk." As it says, it's not okay to bring it up again, so it must be buried. Think about what that story illustrates about how people are told to shun their feelings and not acknowledge them, especially at an early age. And think about how that goes into teenage years, adulthood. And you say you have a teenage girl and teenage boy, they have a heartbreak, their first heartbreak, and somebody in their life, and they think they're really being beneficial, say, "Well, here's some alcohol, here's some beer, here's some liquor, here's some weed, here's some marijuana, here's some heroin." And then that just opens up the floodgates, and it's just like you're numbing your emotions. And don't ever apologize for your emotions. That's one thing that you never want to do. And I think a lot of times, I think that we're told to do that. And I'm going to read a couple more points out of this book, and then we're going to get into just one other brief thing. So another essential point is that when we were not able to perceive or feel our happiness, if we could not perceive and feel our sadness, we also must accept and honor both ends of the spectrum and not rob our children of their normal and natural reactions to their feelings they experience when either happy or sad things happen to them or to the people they love. And we rob our children of the freedom to feel and express their entire range of emotions. They carry that incorrect idea for the rest of their life. And we believe there's a whole host of problems in all areas connected to the inability to accept and access, appropriately communicate our feelings in a moment that we have them. Think about this too. I'm going to share this with you, and I'm not going to make this a long video. I just want to keep your interest just for one more moment. And I really appreciate you allowing me in your homes or wherever you're at just to share this with you. How many people, when somebody says, how are you doing? And you respond, okay, when you're really not okay, is it okay to lie? Do you like somebody lying to you? Nobody likes somebody to lie to us, but I think what's part of the problem is we need to be honest with one another. And my heart, this month in December 2023, at the holidays, I see so much sadness, so much pain, so much hurt. But don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. Let's work on getting better. If you're sad today, that's okay. But this method, grief recovery method, has really transformed my lives in a significant way. And I just want to encourage you. I want you to just be open to some new ideas. I don't know what you're facing today. I don't know what you have experienced. Again, you may have had a loss that it's just so unimaginable. And you're under grief, you're sad, you're overwhelmed, you're angry. And maybe there's some things that you wish you would have told that person. Maybe you thought they are going to be there tomorrow, and tomorrow is not going to be there. That person or that relationship or whatever it may be. Remember, as I said, there's like 43 different types of grief. As we go through this, we're going to explore a lot of different things. And I'm so glad that you're allowing me to share this with you. And this grief recovery method is so powerful. And I'm going to put my contact information on the screen, and we're getting ready to open up some opportunity for some classes and some trainings. I can do one-on-ones in my area, in the Fairborn, Ohio, Dayton area. I can do classes with you. It's individual is like 7 weeks. Groups, we can do 8 weeks. This also can be done through Zoom. So if you'd like more information about the grief recovery method, feel free to give me a call at 937-265-0651. This has been Frank Wyatt, your grief recovery method specialist in the Fairborn, Ohio, Dayton area. I hope you have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you soon.